feeling like you've been there, done that. You're not alone. As we age, we accumulate wisdom and experience, but it's easy to get stuck in old habits or make decisions based on fear or regret. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, had a lot to say about living a good life. They believed that happiness wasn't about external circumstances, but about our inner peace and our ability to reason. Imagine this. You're sitting on your porch, sipping a cup of coffee, watching the world go by. You've accomplished a lot in your life, but you still feel a sense of unease. Maybe it's the fear of the unknown, or perhaps it's the regret of missed opportunities. The Stoics would argue that these feelings are natural, but they're also unnecessary. By understanding their philosophy, we can learn to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives, regardless of our age. In this article, we'll explore 10 common mistakes that people make as they get older and how the Stoics can help us avoid them. We'll delve into topics like the importance of relationships, the pursuit of happiness, and the fear of death. So, whether you're just starting to think about your later years or you're already well into them, this guide will provide you with valuable insights and practical advice. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how the wisdom of the Stoics can help us live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 1. Neglecting your physical health. Your body is your temple. The Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, recognized the importance of physical well-being. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoics, famously said, "The body is a tool for the soul." In other words, your body is the vehicle that allows you to experience the world and pursue your goals. Why does physical health matter so much? Well, for starters, it's pretty hard to feel good or do anything you enjoy if you're constantly feeling tired, achy, or under the weather. But there's more to it than that. Taking care of your physical health is an act of self-respect. It shows that you value yourself enough to invest time and energy in your well-being. So, what does it mean to neglect your physical health? Skipping workouts. We've all been there. Life gets busy, and the gym becomes the first thing to go. But regular exercise is essential for both physical and mental health. Eating junk food. While it's okay to indulge in your favorite treats every now and then, a diet high in processed foods can lead to a host of health problems. Not getting enough sleep. Sleep is crucial for our bodies to repair and rejuvenate. Chronic sleep deprivation can lead to a weakened immune system, mood swings, and difficulty concentrating. Ignoring your doctor's advice. If you're experiencing health problems, it's important to seek medical attention and follow your doctor's recommendations. Why should you care about physical health from a Stoic perspective? Control what you can control. Your health is one of the few things in life that you have direct control over. By taking care of your body, you're taking control of your life. Virtue. The Stoics believed that virtue was the highest good. Taking care of your health is a form of self-discipline and can be seen as a virtuous act. Resilience. A healthy body is better equipped to handle life's challenges. So, what can you do to improve your physical health? Start small. Even small changes can make a big difference. Start by incorporating a few minutes of exercise into your daily routine, or by swapping out one unhealthy snack for a healthier option. Find a workout buddy. Having a workout partner can make it more fun and help you stay accountable. Make healthy eating a priority. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Get enough sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Manage stress. Practice relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing. Remember, your body is a gift, and it's up to you to take care of it. By prioritizing your physical health, you're not only improving your quality of life, but you're also living a more virtuous and fulfilling existence. Lesson 2. Ignoring your mental health. All right, let's talk about something really important, your mental health. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life and neglect our emotional well-being. But just like our physical health, our mental health needs attention and care. The Stoics, with their focus on reason and virtue, understood the connection between the mind and body. They knew that a healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The soul becomes dyed the color of its thoughts." In other words, our thoughts shape our reality. Why is mental health so important? It affects everything. Your mental health impacts your relationships, your work, and your overall quality of life. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Seeking help for mental health issues is a sign of courage, not a weakness. It's connected to physical health. Mental health problems can manifest as physical symptoms, such as headaches, fatigue, and digestive issues. What are some signs that you might be neglecting your mental health? Feeling overwhelmed or stressed. It's normal to feel stressed from time to time, but if you're feeling overwhelmed most of the time, it might be a sign that you need to take a break. Difficulty concentrating. If you're finding it hard to focus on tasks or complete projects, it could be a sign of an underlying mental health issue. Changes in your sleep or appetite. If you're sleeping too much or too little, or if you've noticed changes in your appetite, it's worth paying attention. Feeling isolated or lonely. Humans are social creatures, and connection is important for our well-being. If you're feeling isolated or lonely, reach out to friends and family. The Stoics had a lot of wisdom to offer on how to improve our mental health. They emphasized the importance of reason, using reason to understand our emotions and reactions. Virtue, cultivating virtues like courage, temperance, and justice. Acceptance, accepting the things we cannot change. So, what can you do to improve your mental health? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Seek professional help. If you're struggling with a mental health issue, don't hesitate to seek help from a therapist or counselor. Build strong relationships. Connect with loved ones and cultivate meaningful relationships. Take care of your physical health. Exercise, eat a healthy diet, and get enough sleep. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive things in your life can improve your mood and outlook. Remember, taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. By prioritizing your well-being, you'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 3. Isolating yourself. We're social creatures. You've probably heard the saying, "No man is an island." It's a simple truth that we humans are wired for connection. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, recognized the importance of human relationships. Epictetus, for instance, often emphasized the role of others in our lives, suggesting that we should view our fellow humans as training partners in the pursuit of virtue. Why is isolation so harmful? Isolation can lead to a host of mental and physical health problems, including depression and anxiety. Feeling alone and disconnected can contribute to these conditions. Weakened immune system. Social isolation has been linked to a higher risk of illness. Cognitive decline. Studies have shown that social interaction can help keep our brains sharp. The digital age has made it easier than ever to feel isolated, even when we're surrounded by people. We can spend hours scrolling through social media, but these virtual connections don't always satisfy our deep-seated need for human connection. What can we do to combat isolation? Reach out. If you're feeling lonely, reach out to a friend or family member. Join a group. Whether it's a book club, a sports team, or a volunteer organization, joining a group can help you meet new people and feel connected. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can help boost your mood and make you feel more connected to others. Limit screen time. While technology can be a great way to connect with people, it's important to limit your screen time and spend more time face-to-face with others. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. If you're struggling with feelings of loneliness or isolation, reach out to a therapist or counselor. They can provide you with the tools and support you need to build stronger relationships. As the Stoics would say, we are all part of a greater whole. By nurturing our relationships with others, we can not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to the well-being of our communities. Lesson 4. Living in the past. Stuck in a time machine. We've all been there. You're having a conversation with a friend, and suddenly your mind wanders back to a past event. Perhaps it's a fond memory of a childhood vacation or a painful experience that still lingers. While reminiscing about the past can be a pleasant experience, dwelling on it can prevent us from fully living in the present moment. The Stoics understood this concept well. They believed that the past is gone and the future is uncertain. So the only thing we truly have is the present moment. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it." If we're constantly thinking about the past, we're missing out on the opportunities and experiences that the present has to offer. Why is living in the past so harmful? It can lead to depression and anxiety. Dwelling on past mistakes or regrets can lead to feelings of sadness, guilt, and hopelessness. It can hinder our growth. If we're constantly comparing ourselves to our past selves, we may miss opportunities to learn and grow. It can damage our relationships. When we're preoccupied with the past, we may be less present in our relationships with others. So, how can we break free from the past? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Let go of regrets. Everyone makes mistakes. Instead of dwelling on them, learn from them and move on. Focus on the present. When you find your mind wandering to the past, gently bring it back to the present moment. Set goals for the future. Having something to look forward to can help you focus on the present. Remember, the past is a teacher, not a prison. We can learn valuable lessons from our experiences, but we don't have to be defined by them. By letting go of the past, we can create a brighter future for ourselves. As the Stoics would say, we must live in accordance with nature, and nature is always moving forward. Lesson 5. Fear of the future. Ever caught yourself worrying about what tomorrow might bring? It's a common human experience. Whether it's a big presentation, a job interview, or simply the uncertainty of life, fear of the future can be a real drag. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, had a lot to say about this. They argued that worrying about the future is a waste of time and energy. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." Why is fearing the future so detrimental? It robs us of the present. When we're constantly worrying about what might happen tomorrow, we miss out on the joy and beauty of today. It can lead to anxiety and stress. Constantly thinking about negative possibilities can take a toll on our mental and physical health. It can prevent us from taking action. Fear can paralyze us, making it difficult to make decisions and take risks. The Stoics offered several strategies for overcoming our fear of the future. Focus on what you can control. There are many things in life that are beyond our control. Instead of worrying about them, focus on the things you can control, such as your thoughts, actions, and reactions. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By focusing on the here and now, you can reduce anxiety and stress. Embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty is a part of life. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to embrace the unknown. Live in accordance with nature. The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason. By accepting what is, we can find peace and contentment. So, what can you do to overcome your fear of the future? Start small. Begin by practicing mindfulness for a few minutes each day. Challenge your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself worrying about the future, challenge those thoughts and replace them with more positive ones. Set realistic goals. Having clear goals can give you a sense of purpose and direction. Seek support. Talk to a friend, family member, or therapist about your fears. Remember, the future is not set in stone. By focusing on the present moment and taking steps to improve your life, you can create a future that you're excited about. As the Stoics would say, the only thing we truly control is our own minds. Let's use that power to create a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Lesson 6. Seeking external validation. Ever posted a photo on social media and waited anxiously for the likes to roll in? Or maybe you found yourself comparing your life to others' carefully curated Instagram feeds. If so, you're not alone. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in seeking validation from others. But the Stoics, with their emphasis on inner peace and self-sufficiency, would argue that this is a dangerous path. Why is seeking external validation so harmful? It creates a dependency. When we base our self-worth on the opinions of others, we become dependent on external factors to feel good about ourselves. It can lead to anxiety and depression. Constantly seeking approval can be exhausting and lead to feelings of inadequacy. It hinders personal growth. When we're too focused on what others think, we may be afraid to take risks or pursue our own goals. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within. They argued that we should focus on cultivating virtue and living in accordance with nature. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So, how can we break free from the need for external validation? Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and treat yourself with the same compassion that you would offer a friend. Focus on your values. What truly matters to you? Aligning your actions with your values can give you a sense of purpose and meaning. Challenge negative thoughts. When you find yourself comparing yourself to others, challenge those thoughts and focus on your own unique qualities. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can help boost your self-esteem. Remember, you are enough. You don't need the approval of others to be worthy. By focusing on your own growth and happiness, you'll be more resilient and fulfilled. As the Stoics would say, we should aim for inner peace, not outward approval. Let's strive to become the best version of ourselves, regardless of what others think. Lesson 7. Materialism. Got that new phone, the latest fashion, or maybe you're eyeing that fancy car. In today's consumer-driven world, It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of material possessions, but is having more stuff really going to make you happier? The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, would argue that it's not. Why is materialism so harmful? It creates a never-ending cycle of desire. The more we have, the more we want. This can lead to dissatisfaction and a constant feeling of wanting more. It can damage our relationships. When we prioritize material possessions over people, our relationships can suffer. It can lead to anxiety and stress. Constantly worrying about acquiring more things can take a toll on our mental and physical health. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within. They argued that we should focus on cultivating virtue and living in accordance with nature. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." So, how can we break free from materialism? Practice gratitude. Focusing on the things you're grateful for can shift your perspective and make you feel more content. Simplify your life. Get rid of things you don't need or use. Find joy in experiences, not things. Spend money on experiences like travel or hobbies rather than material possessions. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Focus on building strong connections with the people you care about. Remember, happiness is not something you buy. It's a state of mind that comes from within. By letting go of our attachment to material possessions, we can free ourselves from the constant pursuit of more and find true contentment. As the Stoics would say, we should focus on what we can control, such as our thoughts and actions. Material possessions come and go, but our character is what truly defines us. Lesson 8. Neglecting your spiritual side. Ever felt like there's something missing, even when you have it all? It's a common feeling in our fast-paced, materialistic world. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, would argue that this feeling of emptiness often stems from neglecting our spiritual side. Why is neglecting our spiritual side harmful? It leads to a sense of emptiness. Material possessions and achievements can only provide temporary satisfaction. It can contribute to mental health issues. A lack of meaning and purpose can lead to feelings of anxiety and depression. It can hinder our relationships. When we're not connected to something greater than ourselves, it can be difficult to connect with others on a deep level. The Stoics believed that the universe is a rational and ordered place. They argued that by living in harmony with nature and cultivating virtue, we can find true happiness and fulfillment. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So, how can we nurture our spiritual side? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It can help you connect with your inner self. Spend time in nature. Nature has a way of calming the mind and connecting us to something larger than ourselves. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can help you feel more grateful and content. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Whether it's reading, writing, or playing music, doing things you love can nourish your soul. Connect with others. Building strong relationships can help you feel more connected and supported. Remember, spirituality isn't about religion. It's about finding meaning and purpose in your life. By nurturing your spiritual side, you can live a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. As the Stoics would say, we should seek to live in harmony with the universe. And by doing so, we can find true peace and happiness. Lesson 9. Resenting aging. Ever caught yourself wishing you could turn back the clock? It's a common human experience. But is aging really something to fear? The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, would argue that it's not. Why is resenting aging so harmful? It robs us of the present. When we're constantly dwelling on the past, we miss out on the opportunities and experiences that the present has to offer. It can lead to anxiety and depression. Fearing what lies ahead can take a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. It limits our potential. By focusing on the negative aspects of aging, we may miss out on the wisdom and perspective that comes with age. The Stoics believed that we should accept whatever life throws our way. They argued that by focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our actions, we can find peace and contentment, regardless of our circumstances. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." So how can we embrace aging? Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life, such as your health, your relationships, and your accomplishments. Set new goals. As we age, our priorities may change. Set new goals that excite and challenge you. Stay active. Physical activity can help you maintain your health and well-being. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Spending time with loved ones can bring joy and purpose to your life. Embrace lifelong learning. Learning new things can keep your mind sharp and engaged. Remember, aging is a natural part of life. It's an opportunity to reflect on your past, appreciate the present, and plan for the future. By embracing aging, we can live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. As the Stoics would say, we should live in accordance with nature, and nature is always changing. Lesson 10. Forgetting to live in the moment. Ever caught yourself scrolling through social media, your mind racing with thoughts about the future or dwelling on the past? It's a common human experience in our fast-paced world. We often find ourselves so caught up in our thoughts about what's next or what's already happened that we forget to appreciate the present moment. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought to understand the nature of the universe and our place in it, would argue that this is a fundamental mistake. Why is forgetting to live in the moment so harmful? It increases stress and anxiety. Constantly worrying about the future or ruminating on the past can lead to feelings of anxiety and stress. It hinders our relationships. When we're not fully present with the people we're with, our connections can suffer. It prevents us from experiencing true happiness. Happiness is often found in the simple pleasures of the present moment. The Stoics believed that the only time we truly have is now. They argued that by focusing on the present moment, we can find greater peace and contentment. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." If we're constantly thinking about the past or the future, we're missing out on the opportunity to shape our lives in the present. So, how can we learn to live in the moment? Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's spending time in nature, practicing a hobby, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee. Find activities that help you to be present. Limit distractions. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and create a quiet space for yourself. Focus on your senses. Pay attention to what you can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Challenge negative thoughts. When you find yourself dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, gently bring your attention back to the present moment. Remember, the present moment is a gift. By learning to appreciate it, we can experience greater happiness and fulfillment. As the Stoics would say, We should seek to live in harmony with nature, and nature is always in the present moment. So, there you have it, 10 common pitfalls to avoid as you navigate the later stages of your life. By understanding and applying the wisdom of the Stoics, you can live a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Remember, the Stoics weren't just a bunch of grumpy old philosophers. They were practical people who sought to live a good life. They taught us to focus on what we can control, to cultivate virtue, and to find happiness in the present moment. It's not about achieving perfection, but about making progress. Every day is an opportunity to grow and learn. By practicing gratitude, cultivating relationships, and embracing change, you can create a life that is rich and fulfilling. In the end, the most important thing is to live a life that is true to yourself. The Stoics can provide us with a framework for doing just that. By understanding their philosophy and applying it to our own lives, we can find greater peace, happiness, and contentment. So, what are you waiting for? Start your journey towards a more fulfilling life today. Here are a few final thoughts to ponder. Don't let fear hold you back. Embrace uncertainty and see it as an opportunity for growth. Cultivate meaningful relationships. Surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life. Live in the moment. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By adopting a Stoic mindset, you can not only navigate the challenges of aging, but also find greater meaning and purpose in life.